Welcome back to Pirate Studios. Today we're checking out a hidden and almost extinct high-gain gem, the B-52 ATX-100. Welcome back, my old friend. Hit it.
Fading away as darkness
Cool. So what you just heard was the B-52 ATX-100. And it wasn't going through this cab. It was actually going through my 212 orange cab V30. Now, I just got this amp back. I'm super excited to show you all this head. It's not really a proper review. I'm going to let you hear all three channels, and I'm going to let you hear this cab. So I just recently got this head again. I found it on Marketplace. They're super hard to find now. So it took me forever to find one. Now there's another one. They have an AT-100, and it has rectifier tubes in it, and it's a beast too. But this one is just about impossible to find now. I bought one from Guitar Center new years ago, and it was on clearance for $300 something. I played through it and I instantly loved it, and it was my tone for a long time. And I was after a V30, so one day I went to a guitar store, a local guitar store, and I was lied to by someone saying that the EVH 5150 speakers were vintage 30s. Wrong. So I was an idiot and didn't know any better, and so I bought that 212 5150 cab, and I played this, not this exact head, but I played one just like it through that, and it sounded great, but I soon found out that that guy lied, or he didn't have a clue. He said, as it gets older, then it becomes vintage 30. But this is the same speaker. And I'm like, whatever, dude. It's not. Anyway, so later I found my orange cab in a pawn shop, and I traded in the EVH for credit and had to add like $100 to it. And I got the orange with an actual V30, two V30s. So I never actually played through this cab. So I recently found the head again, and then today I went and picked up this cab for $80. I had to drive a little ways to get it, about 100 miles to get it, but it was worth it. All four speakers work, and I tell you, it actually sounds a lot like a V30. So if you can find it, if you can find this hidden gem, definitely grab it. The thing that happened to my old one is that after not even having it a year, the power transformer went out on it. Luckily, I had pro coverage on it through Guitar Center, so they sent it off for free, and they put a new one in it. It was great. I got it back, worked. I played it for many, many years, and then one day, it wouldn't make a sound anymore. And I'm always dreading now, ever since I have had this new one, anytime the transformer is going to go out on this thing. So, anyway, so the other transformer went out. It wouldn't put out any sound, but it had power. So I took it to a local amp repair guy, and apparently he doesn't know his stuff very well, because he said that you couldn't get the transformers. Otherwise, you'd have to get a really expensive custom-made transformer for it to be able to replace it, and it would be worth more than the amp's worth. Anyway, so fast forward through, and I find a guy named Studio Helga on the NAMM group on Facebook, and he has this one and the other one. He sent me a link to some transformers and basically told me that I was told wrong. And so I've been after this again ever since, and I'm so glad to have it home. So other than the transformers, it's a great amp. Now, so let's you've already heard the distortion, so well, let's just go ahead and go right to the dirty, because that's what you want anyway. So it's awesome. So it's being mic'd. I just kind of found a sweet spot. It's just barely off center of the cap. Just barely off center of the cap. And this is a Sennheiser 609. So I don't have an SM57 here with me. It's at the practice space on drums right now. So this is the closest thing I got. They're very similar. So I just kind of found a sweet spot for the tone. Now, so right off the gate, the thing that I noticed after having the CVH a while is that this is what you would call more of a flubby tone. So it's not as tight gained as my EVH, but this amp's got more bottom end than the EVH. I've even ran this head through that cab again since I've had it home before I went and picked this cab up, and I noticed right away how deeper the clean is. I'm gonna do a separate video if that's something you'd like to see. Keep an eye on that. I'll have it out here in the next week or so. But I'm gonna do a comparison between this head, the EVH head, and that Crate Turbo Valve 120, and we're gonna get rid of all that crap about it's all completely in the speaker, because that's not 100% true. So these are three different, specifically different sounding amps. They've got some similarities, but they got differences. But running through the same speaker, same mic position, well, in the room, same mic position, they sound like three different amps through the same speaker. Same speaker, three different amps. So I'm going to demonstrate that. And I may run all three of them through this cab too, just for funsies. I don't know. But I will be making a neural amp model of this. It's not out yet when this video comes out, but that will change. I just recently did a dual rectifier through a Mesa cab, and that should be available down in the description. Yeah, I'll put it on my Pirate Studios tonehunt.org site. So let's listen to the clean. Let's add reverb. So if you want to hear it in the room, I'll let you hear it in the room mic, which is this Lewitt. It's over here. And this is what it sounds like. So here's the distorted channel, red channel, in the room mic. So the cool thing about this amp that I really loved the most, other than it was my own sound. You know, I stumbled on the amp at Guitar Center, bought it on clearance because I liked it. It's not as heavy as the EVH or some of the other amps, but it's still a high gain amp. And even though it's flubby, you know, I've added my Bad Monkey pedal, the Digitech Bad Monkey, and it adds a little tightness, but it really doesn't help it. It doesn't make it sound good like when you add an OD808 on an amp sim. And the EVH doesn't need an overdrive pedal because it's so awesome the way it is. That was why I bought that one. But this was my own sound, and it was great to have an amp that famous people didn't really play, but just, you know, gave me my own sound. So it's really awesome to have it back. I'll let you hear the green channel. That was what I was about to say, is that the other cool thing about this is the red and the green channel aren't very much different. And that's a downfall with a lot of high gain amps, is they have a red channel and then they have a green channel like this, or a blue channel like the EVH. And they're not as gainy, but this has 2 gain knobs. So it has a gain for each high gain channel, and then it has the low res, which is the resonance, and then it has this mid cut, which is not on, but you can turn this on and I think that's a presence knob. I think that is the presence knob. They're not calling it that though. But this has a more bottom end, like I said, but like it's got 2 gains, and I've got them the same. So let's go back. We're gonna go back to the main mic here, and I'm gonna let you hear the red channel. And then now I'm gonna let you hear the green channel. Okay, so just watch the colors here on green, and I'm going to flip it to red, and you can hear the difference. It's just barely different. So let's go back to the red. So what I would do is I would use the green channel as my lead, and they share the EQ, but they have 2 separate volumes, obviously, and then the gains are all the way up, because why wouldn't you? And so I would just turn my volume on my other one up, and then flip the gain when I need to solo. It was great. It is great. It's crazy that I got this thing back, or got one again. So I like that. I really like it. It really works for this amp, and that's what I love about it, because it doesn't need to be tighter. It doesn't need it. The EVH does that, but it just really doesn't need it. So Anyway, I hope you like this video. Please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. But also, please hit the notification bell and select all so you don't miss any of my videos, because I don't really play the YouTube game, and you have to play the game for them to show you my videos. So the only way you're going to help support this channel and help this channel grow is by watching my videos. And please like this video. Like them all. Like all my videos. I really, really appreciate it. And please become a patron. I really would appreciate it. It's $5 to help support the channel. We've got one patron. Wah, wah, wah. Anyway, till next time. See ya.